Welcome everyone. It's been quite a year so far, hasn't it? But here we are together, digitally, making history. You know, it's moments like this where we can join together despite physical challenges that remind us of how significant dōTERRA has become to so many in the world. Just how significant has dōTERRA become exactly? So, true or not, dōTERRA is often credited with building a new essential oil industry. You know, an industry that has grown very large, and it's projected to grow even larger. Many hurry to imitate what dōTERRA has built in the last 10 years. However, dōTERRA has paid a very steep price to build a foundation supporting purity, potency, and sustainability. And this is very deep, and it is very real. There are many who claim to have done the same, but they simply have not. The past couple of years, we've been paving a new road that others will find very difficult, if not impossible, to follow. My hope is that you will better understand what I mean as I share with you a few things today, and as we hear from some very remarkable people over the next few days. Now, I'd like to begin with a brief update on some of our expansion and support initiatives since we last met, not only here in Utah, but across the globe, that support our international markets. Here at our Pleasant Grove campus, we've continued to be busy with what we call Phase 3 of our master plan. We finally completed work on the new addition to our manufacturing building, and this new facility will more than double our previous storage and production capacity. This means that we can now store more than 2,000 tons of pure essential oils, along with the bottles and all the other packaging material that's needed to meet our growing demand. Now, with this facility, our blending capacity has increased more than 10 times. State-of-the-art filling equipment is supported by equally sophisticated water and filtration systems, which provide a clean room environment that ultimately ensures our products meet the dōTERRA quality standards that all of you have come to expect. Now, we have recently become TGA certified, which is a very stringent Australian certification. This is a very strict quality standard, which is essentially what we would call pharmaceutical grade in the United States. Just down the street from our main campus is our new order fulfillment center, which is nearing completion, nearly there. We expect operations to start next month, and doing so, we're bringing on nearly 250 new jobs for the community here. Now, this facility is designed to be a highly efficient, state-of-the-art fulfillment space. It'll utilize advanced automation that will increase the speed and the accuracy of the order fulfillment. Now, it will also act as the hub to support dōTERRA's fulfillment centers throughout the world. Once completed, it'll have the capacity to fulfill tens of thousands of orders every single day. We have also recently completed our new member services center this year, and it's a beautiful 200,000 square foot building adjacent to the fulfillment center. And this will support our continuing growth and help ease some of the pressure on our main campus. Now, moving outside the United States, some of our markets have also been quite busy this past year. I'm happy to announce 3 new markets that dōTERRA has very recently opened. Our corporate teams have been working hard on these for some time now. And here they are. They are Colombia, South Africa, and the Philippines. We're also working on Thailand, which we hope to be able to open up later this year. I suppose dōTERRA has become a large and rather complex global organization. However, every organization has to start somewhere. I assure you that we haven't forgotten who we are, or our true mission and purpose, or how we began. In fact, our beginning in 2008 was at the start of the greatest recession the U.S. has ever known. Today it looks much the same, except this time it's likely to be a global recession. Perhaps because we started under such conditions. It's always been ingrained in our decision-making to prepare for big challenges. dōTERRA is very prepared, both in a way of financial health as well as a strong supply chain for our oils. We feel a huge responsibility and commitment to our stakeholders. These, of course, include our wellness advocates, our employees, and our growers. Now, unlike many companies, we've not needed to let any of our employees go. And we've continued to operate without losing a beat, with 85% of our employees working from home right now. This is because we prepared for this years ago. dōTERRA not only seems to be, but is flourishing under these new challenging conditions. And I'm quite sure that each of you share an interesting and compelling story of your journey, of how you came to be with dōTERRA. But I want to take just a minute and talk about one of my partners. How many of you have been to a Dr. Hill training or have heard him teach about essential oils? How many of you feel you have been personally impacted by Dr. Hill? For more than 11 years ago, I was driving down the freeway, headed to visit a dear friend of mine who had made a significant impact on my life many years earlier. It was while I was driving that I received a phone call from Emily Wright, who asked me the following question: have you ever thought about starting an essential oil company? For me, I knew at that moment that we would be doing exactly that. But upon returning home, Emily, Dr. Hill, and myself met for the first time at a restaurant to discuss this possibility. And as they say, the rest is history. Now, I knew that Dr. David Hill would be really the key to our success in those early days. I knew we couldn't do this without him, and frankly, nor would I have dared. We leaned on Dr. Hill a lot, especially in those beginning years, when he shouldered the majority of the teaching and the education. It wasn't just his ability to effectively teach about essential oils and their use, or his profound influence helping people to get past their doubts and fears and give the essential oils a chance. It was also that he shared from his soul. His compassion for people was felt through everything that he did. I could give endless examples and experiences that I've had with Doc as we've traveled the world. I'm sure many of you could do the same. I'm not going to embarrass Dr. Hill further, but as we now enter this new era of essential oil research and truly integrated approach to healthcare, I just wanted to say a few words recognizing Dr. Hill as a key pioneer in the essential oil industry. Now, over the last few years, we've attempted to capture a singular statement that effectively articulates the mission of dōTERRA. A few words that really describe who we are, what we do, and why we do it. We landed on something recently that we feel is very special. 3 simple words with profound meaning that speak to the heart of what dōTERRA is all about. Pursue what's pure is more than a tagline. It's more than a marketing slogan. To us, those 3 simple words crystallize our mission as a company, from how we source our products, to how we treat our partners, to how we interact with one another and the world in which we live. As we pursue what's pure, we feel it will always keep us on the right path. So I want to invite all of you to join with us in this mission. Now, in closing, I think back on 2008, the beginning of dōTERRA, also the beginning of a significant recession. I remember well the sense of fear and doubt that pervaded and would often try to enter my heart. We held on to hope, not allowing space for the fear to set in. I'm sure many of you might share similar feelings even now with some of the challenges that we face today. As I traveled the world for the past decade and have met so many of you, I've learned that dōTERRA means different things to different people. It provides a trusted vehicle that empowers others to discover and develop their purpose for being. It helps them see that they have value. It helps them discover their why. something worth working for. Every human being has infinite worth and potential. The greatest leaders in dōTERRA know this and become obsessed with helping others to find it, to free it in themselves. Sure, we're united by the same products, the opportunity, often many of the same causes. The best companies in the world have a reason for existing that transcends the things that they sell. dōTERRA is in the empowerment business, and the essential oils are the perfect vehicle. Everything we do is designed to empower someone. We empower farmers to flourish. We empower financial goals to be achieved. We empower healing to be found. We have done this from the very beginning through a relentless pursuit of purity. We must have pure essential oils. We insist on pure business practices. We know that our intentions can always remain pure, and we want to do this through a pure love of humanity. This pursuit is never ending. This pursuit is never easy, because the right way is almost always the hard way. We never cut corners, because cutting corners can impact purity. And purity is the only way to truly sustain lasting empowerment. Good news is, we're not alone. And when the power of many come together to form the power of one, the impact for good becomes endless. It cannot be measured, and it cannot be stopped. Each of you are endlessly creative. You are passionate, but mostly you're good. This ripple of good that runs through the world pushes back fear and darkness, allowing the light to fill the void, and the world is healed once again. I hope by the end of this presentation, you feel assured in the knowledge that you do matter and that you can make a difference as we give back and serve each other. Thank you for being with us today, and I hope to see you all again in person soon.